The Jamaica Jazz Blues Festival 2010, with its major sponsor being Diageo Group and its exclusive line of products to include Heineken, Smirnoff Vodka, Bailey's Irish Cream and Johnny Walker Whiskey, kicked off the staging of the 2010 Jamaica Jazz Blues Festival in Jamaica between January 24th and 30th, which was truly a success. With its new venue with the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium, located in the beautiful and serene parish of Trelawney, just 25 minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the second city, Montego Bay. Jazz and Blues 2010, with its extended lineup, which spanned from 3 nights to 7 nights, made for a week of fun and excitement.
For the past 2 years, CNPTV has been a co-sponsor of this great festival, and this year was no different. The eager crew flew into Montego Bay on Sunday, January 24th on the award-winning airline Air Jamaica. The CNPTV crew of 4 was picked up by one of our tour partner, Jeff Tours, driven by the owner, Jeff Stevens, who took us to the fabulous Altamont West Hotel, one of our sponsors of this production. The festival started in Kingston on Sunday 24th at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel, featuring Roy Ayers and Tony Green. Then moved to the Sunset Jamaica Grand Ocho Rios on March 25th with performances by Maxi Priest and Joe Roy Jackson. The performances continued at the Sunset Beach Resort Montego Bay, featuring John Cicada and Roy Ayers.
CNPTV joined the party on Tuesday at the beautiful Rio in Montego Bay to watch the performance of Joe Roy Jackson and the multi-talented Maxi Priest. While there, we caught up with the legend Billy Ocean, who sat down with our producer and CEO Louis Henry to talk about his visit to Jamaica and what is happening in his career.
Hi, this is Louis Henry reporting for CNPTV, and we're live at Rio in Montego Bay, Jamaica, beautiful Jamaica, for Jazz Fest 2010. And I mean, I was walking down the passage a while ago and I just saw this gentleman and I'm wondering, I'm asking him, tell me about him, not realizing this is a legend, Mr. Billy Ocean. I'm going to let him tell you a little bit more about himself because he looks so relaxed. And I mean, he's much older than I am, but he looks younger than me. You know what I mean? Billy, how you doing?
I'm fine, man.
Blessings, man, blessings.
Yeah, I was just kidnapped by this gentleman, people. I was just walking there, minding my own business. I was just kidnapped. No, but it's nice to be here.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Nice to be, it's like my second time doing the Jazz Fest.
Okay.
I feel honored to be invited the second time, but I love coming to Jamaica.
You love Jamaica?
Yeah, well, Jamaica to me is a very special place.
Okay.
Jamaica is a special place with very special people for me.
Okay, and you're neighboring because you're from Trinidad?
From Trinidad,
so
just on the road.
Exactly,
Just
so we're basically family. Family. So tell me something, Billy, what's been going on with you? I mean, I know you're a stalwart from ever since, but then what's going on now that we're in 2010?
Right.
What's going on with you?
Well, I started touring back again in 2007.
Okay.
And I'm back on the road. I've been doing whatever, going all over the place and thing. And here I am again in Jamaica in 2010 during the Jazz Fest. I've got an album coming out soon.
Okay.
Right?
Now, any single, any specific single that stands out to you that you've done recently?
Yeah, I've got one in the show.
Uh-huh.
I've got one in the show, one in the set, a new song in the set called Question.
Question.
Your question.
All right, so I'm going to put you on the spot. I want you to just give me a line from Question.
Sometimes I feel, that's the first one, right?
Go ahead. Bounce
Giving too much. You're so out of reach. And so out of touch. But there's a bridge that we must cross, where the river is low. That's enough for now.
Oh, Jesus,
You want to hear more? Come to the show on Friday.
If you're prepping on Friday, Friday.
Yeah, Friday night.
So now, tell me, you're touring. You've been touring. I've been touring.
have
you done the East Coast at all? I mean, New York, Jersey.
Yeah. All Australia, New Zealand. No, I mean it's been like, by the grace of God, the platform and foundation I built over the years, I was able to step off and step back on again.
Okay.
So I've been invited to all these different places. New Zealand, Australia, place I've never really been before. Well, American thing I've done before.
Yeah, of course. Of course. You live there, so of course.
That's no, but I live in England.
Oh, you live in London,
yeah.
London.
I was born in Trinidad, but I left and went to England when I was 10 years old.
Oh my God.
During them days.
So you were more British than Spanish then?
Well, I'm a Caribbean man, eh?
That's still real. Still
my
real.
mother, my mother is from Barbados. My father is from Grenada.
Jesus,
I
so
was
you're
born in
straight
Trinidad.
Caribbean.
Yeah, grew up in England.
Yeah, that's
so
good. That's good.
So
That's
the roots are there. I mean, we grew up in England, but England is a very special place, really and truly. Unlike most other places, I don't know whether it's from the sort of the sort of colonial basis or whatever, but they sort of allow certain things to come through. Hence reggae, Bob Marley, in them early days.
Blossomed.
Yeah, in them early days we had reggae, we had ska, we had this, and we see all these different. So really and truly, my musical upbringing has really been, most of it has been, of course, I was born in sort of in a sort of calypso environment.
Okay.
But the Lord works in merciful ways. The fact that I went to England, I was exposed to all this different kind of music.
So
which is really what my music is all about. From suddenly to when the going gets tough, to get into my car, very varied, and that's really how I see it.
So let me ask a question. I mean, you're born in Trinidad.
Yes.
Have you ever done? I mean, calypso. Are you really? I mean, I know you love it. It's born.
Yeah.
But have you done anything calypso?
Calypso, yeah, I got.
I had to ask that.
No, you can't. No, okay, you got to ask that because on my new album, I got calypso flavors.
Calypso flavors.
Flavors, yeah.
Any reggae flavor?
Flavors. All I can do is flavors because
of course.
I have to say flavors because reggae man is a reggae man.
Yes.
Calypso man is a calypso man. All I can do is flavors.
Yes.
Because I'm really a pop man.
Yes. So you just mix the pop with the reggae or mix the pop with the calypso.
It's only rhythm.
Still music.
It's only rhythm.
Still music.
You wanna calypso boom boom. Write a song over it, reggae. Write a song over it. Drum and bass.
So it's
pop,
real.
Same thing.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
While there, we spoke to a few guests about their visit to Jamaica.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Where in Canada?
Pickering, Ontario.
Ontario.
My name is Manny. I'm also from Pickering, Ontario. This is my wife.
Oh, you sure?
Anna from Richmond Hill, Ontario in Canada.
And who is your husband?
My husband.
Oh, jeez, I shouldn't talk.
My name is John. I'm from Pickering. I'm in Richmond Hill, Ontario.
See, you can't even know where you're from.
I'm Claudia, and I'm from Mississauga, Ontario.
And where's your husband?
I don't have a husband.
Jesus, that's...
My name's Danny Viveros, and I'm from Bradford, Ontario, and I love Jamaica.
Oh, I love it too.
And I'm Isabel. I'm from Bradford, Ontario as well. This is my husband, Fernando, over here.
Oh, Fernando. Oh, Fernando. I see you're in love.
This is my fourth wife.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm from Belgium.
Belgium. Tell us about Belgium. Tell us about.
Cold, wet, a lot of snow.
I am Peter.
Okay.
I'm an alcoholic.
You're
No, I'm not.
And a liar, because that's not his name.
okay.
Maddie and Paula.
And this is wife and husband?
No fiance.
Wow. Let me stop looking. What's your name?
Maria.
Maria, where are you from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I'm about to move to Jamaica.
No, you're joking. You're joking. All right. You serious?
I'm joking.
Oh.
I'm Tony from Toronto. I'm Portuguese.
You're Portuguese?
Yes.
Okay, and you're a
singer.
He's a big artist.
You're a singer?
Yes, sir. I'm a singer, yes.
Oh.
Next, we sat down with Maxi Priest and talked about his involvement with the Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival and his new drive for continuing his career.
Maxi, what's going on?
Everything is blessed, man.
Everything
Everything
blessed.
is great. Everything is wonderful. Obviously, other than the fact that we people them under their pressure, the pressure
Big
that
time,
they're under in Ethiopia, in Haiti right now. You know.
Yeah.
You know something? When I was gonna say Ethiopia only because of the plane crash.
Okay, that's true.
That happened the
That's
other
true.
day. You know.
That's true.
And
But so many
obviously, we
things
gotta
are
think
going.
about them as well.
Yeah,
Because obviously that is a motherland too.
every time.
And then our brother and sister them in Ethiopia, in Haiti. Ja.
Yeah, but I mean,
You know?
it's still the same
You
thing.
know?
And it's
Yeah.
really bad that, I mean, hit Haiti, that it's been so bad in Haiti for a period of
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Now, how many,
yeah.
how many years have you done Jazz Fest?
Ooh, I can't remember.
What do you
A few times, you know, I've done it a few times, and obviously we did the main thing last year, you know. But I have an affiliation with Jazz Fest, and I work along with them. So,
Sure.
you know, I'm a part of trying to kind of build and develop the thing, and kind of make it into
Something international.
Well, you know, you remember the old Sunsplash
Exactly.
thing, you know?
Exactly. So I try to bring back that flavor there.
Yeah, where people used to come to the country and stay for a whole
Couple
week.
weeks. Yeah, no, one day. Thing.
Yeah, and
have fun and just
the good old reggae bed and
true that. And the dread them.
Yeah, I'm not here to
judge,
criticize or judge or anything like that. I'm just saying that, you know, just somewhat be aware of not just oneself. You know, be aware of our race, our people, our nation, and the people them that you're supporting and helping to grow and build.
Okay.
So, like them say, old folks them say, boy, you know, just careful what come out of your mouth.
On Wednesday, the show moved to Iberia Star Resorts and featured Maxi Priest and Roy Ayers. The team's next stop was Negril. CNPTV traveled to Negril for a short stay at the beautiful Couscous Negril Hotel located on the west end of Negril. Thursday, the crew journeyed to Grand Palladium Resort and Spa in Lucy, Hanover, which would be our home for the rest of the festival. After enjoying a little of this fantastic resort, the CNPTV team left for the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium for the first official night of the Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival 2010.
Thursday night, the show started with performances from the Blowout Band, which was followed by Jamaica's own Digicel rising star recording artist Romain Virgo, with his smooth voice and great command of the stage.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Don't wise. BSC.
Yeah.
It's a serious time, violence and crime, and I fear counting the youths them up on them mind. Oh, them youths bust it when rain a fall. You know see them no care them ya youths bust it all when sun a shine. Oh, it just best you know see I'm being to be not them. I bust them pick on them out of street. Oh, where them get it from? Nobody know. Them father was acting wrong. How well I see them so them grow. If you know this, I want to hear everybody in your sing or no. I know me can't sleep. No matter how me try to do it. Me can't sleep. Because I feel gunshot to be. We have the right, you know.
Next on stage was Jamaican female diva Shireen Anderson, who is also an actress, songwriter, and a great performer.
Jamaica, let no one hinder you. Shine on, Jamaica, let no one hinder in at the time, justify all the crime. Some push paper, some trigger, the body them. Now the corruption spread bigger than them jacket and tie.
What's a calamity?
Ding 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 now now. When cost of living rise higher than the money we a make, the richer get richer, but the poor people stress. The thugs them not check for the babies from breast.
It's an atrocity.
But what we need, UNITY, shine on Jamaica. Let no one hinder you. You and me and you, this is true.
Real love.
We got it, baby, we got it, baby.
Real love.
'Cause real knows real, firm like steel, sign and seal.
Real love.
Hey, we needed something a little different. Drop it. I never run my body like an ATM. I don't bleach your name. Some question on the outside, and I'm the beauty queen, and I am the night. That's right. Don't wait till I'm up, you don't need go. You put your fingers right. You gotta do num 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 num. Hey, 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 drop it. Hey,
got that real
love. You and me and you. This is
Jazz and Blues Festival 2010 saw its first international act, the quintessential American blues performer, Mr. Joe Roy Jackson, a performer with a perfect combination of talent and deep soul.
Got your legs are like a freeway, baby. Long and always a making time. Well, now the first time I saw you, baby, you were all alone. You were hitchhiking, mama, baby, out on the roof for the month. Well, it's your thing, yes it is, baby. Oh, you got to do what you
During the band change, host producer Louis Henry caught up with Romain Virgo, who talked about how overjoyed he was to have performed at this great event, the Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival 2010. He also talked about his plans for the future.
Romain, welcome. What's going on?
Thanks for having me. The competition was in 2007.
Okay.
And it went on for about 6 months.
Okay.
And at the end I came out on top. So.
Okay, so since 2007, what has you been doing? What has been going on with you?
Well, I've been recording with Donovan Jermaine from Penthouse. Okay. We're putting out some some songs out there. They're getting good airplay right now. Can't See was a #1 song in Jamaica, and some other international charts, which was very good for me.
No, we're based in Connecticut. And, we're in entire New England, so it's Mass, Connecticut, Maine.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure everybody will know your name.
Yeah.
You're young, you look very like a 16-year-old, but you're talented.
Yeah.
All right. Also, I heard that you did well at Rebel Salute.
Yeah, man, it was good.
Is there any plan to do, are you doing an album right now, putting songs together for an album?
Yeah, man, we're doing an album for VP Records.
Okay, that's in New York, okay.
Yeah, it will be coming out in May this year.
Alright, that's good.
So,
tour will follow that up?
Yeah, man, definitely. We have promotional tours coming up. We have tours coming up. We have some shows in the Caribbean coming up as well. So,
Any videos going on right now with you?
We have a video, Rain is Falling. Before that, we had a video called This Love. No, we're doing a video next week for Who Feels It Knows It. CNTV is playing, and my baby is all alone, and the music is so nice, I wanna go home. Yeah, man, this is Romain Virgo, and you're watching CNPTV. Keep it locked, don't move.
After a spirited chat with Romain, we came face to face with 21-year-old Josh Stone out of London.
Josh, tell me something. Is this your first time performing in Jamaica?
It is, yeah. It's my first time I've ever been here.
And how was it?
Well, so far so good. I've only been here for the last 2 hours.
And you love it?
So far, yeah, I'm in love. But I haven't seen anything. It's so dark, you know. I came in at night.
I guess you'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see it in the morning.
All right, so
I'm excited.
I've been following your career a little bit. You did you were in a TV program called The Tudors.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do you,
yeah.
How do you mix acting with being a performer?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing?
Yeah, it's just without the melody.
Okay, good.
It's exactly the same thing.
Good.
She exuded raw passion and talent capable of stopping you in your tracks. We talked about her first appearance at Jazz Festival and how talented she was. This was followed by a chat with the American blues man, Mr. Joe Roy Jackson.
We are in Trelawney at the Multipurpose Stadium for Jazz and Blue 2010. And we're sitting here with Joe Jackson and his famous people behind him here. Now I need to know everybody's name, first thing. You're Joe Jackson, I know that.
Joe Roy Jackson.
Yes,
yep.
Joe. You are?
Chris Peck.
Chris Peck. And what
bass.
do you do? What do you play?
The electric bass.
Electric bass.
I'm Eugene Daytrine, I play drums.
Drums. You are?
Mary Lou Padone, and I'm their manager.
Whoa, beautiful, eh?
It's more important.
I know, lady. You are?
Rick Rourke, saxophones.
Saxophonist. Now, Joe, tell me something. Based on what I read, I've been following a little bit of what you do. You started playing instruments at a young age, say about 6 years old?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Well, I was good at that, eh?
Yeah, man, you did a very good job.
Okay, so tell me, since then, when did you, 6,
mature,
12, 13 years, mature?
Yeah. Mature out of it. At 17, I met Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I knew that right then and there I was going to become a blues player and play the blues the rest of my life. And I got a lot of very good leads off of that by sharing the stage with a lot of famous people, Coco Taylor, B.B. King, Roy Buchanan, Johnny Winters to Johnny Lang. You know.
Okay. Now tell me, you've been touring recently. You've been touring.
Yep. I played everywhere.
Okay.
In Harlem, I just played in Harlem at the famous Lennox Lounge, which is right across the street from the Apollo Theater, and that was a very great show.
Okay. Have you done any kind? Are you doing any new album right now? Anything new?
I just put out a new album right before we came here.
Okay, that's good. So it's released now.
Yep.
Just before the next act hit the stage, we sat down with the Jamaican diva Shireen Anderson. We talked about her new passion, which is producing.
Everything I got. I'm just having fun, thanks.
The people I'm from was the New England region. You know, so them always, you are a known person, actor, writer, singer. You do it all. You're fabulous.
Thank you.
How do you blend everything together? How do you kind of balance?
There's something called team, and there's no I in this team. There is a team, is we. It's Z-Link Entertainment, which is spearheaded by Patrick Lindsay. He's my manager. As well, he's based in Philadelphia. But then we have the Jamaican leg of things. You have Natoya Morrison, who's also my sister. She handles everything for me for the Caribbean and Jamaica. And she works, along with Patrick Lindsay. As well as Dancehall Soul Production, which is a production company myself and Patrick started to facilitate putting out my EP last year. So it's a team. It's a Z-Link Entertainment team and the Dancehall Soul Production team. That's what gets me going.
Believe me, them have it locked because
thank you.
I really see no blemishes in the system.
We're trying to make sure it's working. Thank you.
Now let me kind of talk about your movie. You're in some kind of movie right now, am I right?
Well, not a movie. I'm doing music. Well, I just directed a video. It's my second video. I directed Kingston State of Mind was my first video.
Which was good.
That did very, very well in the Caribbean. We were on the charts until I had to retire it. Okay. So Shine On Jamaica is the name of the song. It's from the EP, and I just directed Shine On Jamaica's video, and that premiered last week, and already we're hitting charts in Atlanta. The song has done 4 weeks at #1 on the New York reggae charts, 4 weeks at #1 in the South Florida reggae charts. It's getting rotation here, and the video just came out to back up the song.
So you're directing now. And what's the next thing on the agenda? It's 2010 now, so what's the next big thing for you?
Well, I am dropping my debut album. That's the next big thing. I'm in studio right now with Sly and Robbie, with Jerry Wonder, who works a lot with Wyclef Jean. Okay. I'm doing working with David Norland and some young producers out of Jamaica. So that's scheduled to come out towards the end of the year. And then I'm collaborating with Michael Franti and Spearhead. We are opening for John Mayer. So I will be at Madison Square Garden for 2 nights. I think it's already sold out.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
But it's sold out. You need to get me tickets because I don't want to hear I'm going to the side door.
We'll work on that.
Door, you know what I mean? So you're going to be preparing individual singles from the album before the album
will
drops.
be. I definitely will be.
All right. Well, I'm going to make sure you have the numbers because we want to make sure that we can log on from the whole of New England. I'm talking about Connecticut, Mass, New Jersey, and into Maine, Rhode Island.
Don't forget Vermont. I went to college in Vermont, so I think
yeah.
Vermont always seems like the forgotten state. Don't forget Vermont, Middlebury College, Vermont, big up.
I will make sure the next time we go up that side.
See,
Spell
Rutland.
up your name.
I mean, Burlington.
And we're going to push this interview in that area personally.
Vermont.
Because the white people them love it. There's
You
no
know
doubt about
what?
that.
They've been so receptive to what I do, just everybody, and I'm so thankful that I've gotten the platform to just do Shireen.
They appreciate it more than some of us do. And I'm being honest with you.
But some of us would really appreciate it. We just have to make it accessible to everybody. That's what we have to do.
But we understand that part.
Right.
But so basically then, any kind of stage show coming up, I mean, anything that you're on for the next, apart from Madison Square Garden, anything else?
Yeah, it's a tour. So we start on the 5th. I have shows from the 5th of February straight back until the end of April.
So it's New York, where?
It's the entire U.S. Every state in the U.S. We're touching every state. And or almost every state. And then we're doing Toronto, Montreal, and I think we're also doing Vancouver.
All right, let me ask you a question, and this is a little personal. You're pretty, you're articulate, you're talented. When is the wedding?
When is the wedding? When he proposes. I guess when he proposes.
So there is a he.
There could be.
After the break, Jamaica's international pianist Monty Alexander hit the stage and gave an unforgettable performance. He was followed by the British sovereign Joss Stone, who really held her own with the international audience.
And I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I don't know whether to live or die. And it cuts like a knife. She's out of my life. It's out of my hands. Hear me? I'm not talking about some of you. See, I'm talking about everybody, everybody. Everybody say yeah. Are you digging on me? People say yeah. Because I'm digging on you, let me hear you say yeah. All right now, let's work on this one. Okay, 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 okay. So, now everybody get up on this one. Get up. Come down to the front. Go ahead, put yourself over there. Now, everybody get up on me. See, up till now, my eyes could see. Touch me once, and it's all crazy. And I don't know what, and I don't know how. Some way you got me. I can't explain, can't comprehend those words will reach it very end, and all I focus on is her. The way he moves, he find his groove. There's nothing left to do but tell the world the truth.
Next up was the man himself, writer, producer, singer, and 10 times Grammy winner with 11 solo albums of his own, the crooner, Mr. Kenneth Babyface Edmonds.
Here we go round and round and back and forth, you know. Say, everybody goes through it sometime, and that's just the way it goes. So we go up and down and up and in and out the door. Even though you know you've been through it before. For every tear you cry, I've cried 1,000 times. Never once did I say, want you to come inside.
is for the children. You, this is for the
Babyface did not only take the audience to school, but showed the humorous side of himself. He gave arguably the best performance of the festival. During the final break of the night, our producer caught up with Monty Alexander, who talked about his upcoming plans for some new recording in 2010.
Man, I'm just glad to have a job.
Tell me now, what's going on with you now? I mean, I know you're still playing anything. Are you doing anything on any album? Are you working with any group? With any
That's a very timely question because for the last couple of years, I laid low. I was touring, I was playing in clubs, jazz festivals.
You were kind of low-key.
Well, low-key because I was with a record company. As you know, the music business has changed. So an artist like myself that was with all these different labels, and you would make a CD, and the typical thing, you go to the record shop to buy the CD. No, that changed.
Yes.
So I have not really, but I haven't really gotten involved with how to do, what to do. But it is my wish, my hope, to come down here in very, very soon come time and start some recording right down here and come up with something that I've been feeling, you know, some new sounds, and hook up with some of the local artists here and have them work with me.
Well, as you mentioned, the local artists, I mean, you know what's going on in the music industry now, and the younger so-called artists who say them as artists, they're doing things and it's not proper. We know it's kind of spoiling the music.
Well,
tell me something about that.
Well, in the midst of all the spoil-up thing, you have some shining lights.
Okay.
I love Taurus Riley.
Yes.
And there are one or two others that I'm aware of, and that's really who I applaud from terms of the Jamaican experience. And the same upside, America, the same thing you have. In the hip-hop world, I love the rhythm, I love the feeling, I love the real sense of what the people are about. But if it is degrading or if it is negative, I don't want nothing to do with it.
That's true, that's true. So you're saying that you'll come back in Jamaica to do some work with
yes.
one or two artists, which
right.
Well, you know, there.
I'm looking forward to one more time with Sly Dunbar. Yeah, man.
But you know, I mean, that would be a treat to you.
And I would really look forward to that. We've been in touch and soon come, as we say.
Soon come.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So I mean, apart from Jazz Fest, with 2010 now just started. Is there any other show that really in the Caribbean then that you think you'll be on?
Well, right now there's nothing in the works, but I've played at several of these wonderful Caribbean-based festivals, you know, that down in Cayman and St. Lucia and other places, and Anguilla had a good one. So I'm looking forward to some more of that, but right now nothing in the works. Nothing that. But I have Europe coming up, touring in France and in Germany. And
that is middle of the year this year.
Middle of the year, and then next week, in 2 weeks, I'm at Birdland in New York.
Where in New York?
Birdland is on 44th and 8th Avenue. It's one of the top jazz clubs in the world. It's called Birdland.
Are you playing individually? Are you doing it individually?
My own group. I'll have my own band, my own ensemble, and I call it Harlem Kingston Express.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So you'll be in concert there?
I'll be in concert, 2nd to the 6th of March, yeah.
Okay. Monty, it's been a pleasure, and boy, it's nice to have you back in Jamaica. I mean, you're born here,
you live here, born here, and I come back.
You leave it, and if everybody like you will do the same thing, we would have a better system, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So now I'm encouraged to come back here, and I want to spend more time.
Changes.
Yeah, really, you know. And maybe try to encourage the youth in the music to go in a good, keep going, because I like to think they are going in good directions, but give them some encouragement. Yeah.
Next, we spoke to a backup singer and upcoming artist, Melanie.
Actually, I've always wanted to be a solo artist, but I was too shy. Yes, I was shy. I started out dancing and acting and stuff like that at a performing arts club here in Jamaica, and I guess high school and stuff like that. And background singing was a way for me to train myself, per se, to be able to be out there. And after a while of doing background vocals, I started opening for the acts that I was performing with, and that helped me to get to this point.
Okay, so now tell me, now that you have overcome the shyness, I figure it's the shyness, what is the next step for you? What do you want to go from here?
I want to do more of this. This is an overwhelming experience. Now that I've opened for the fabulous voices of Tamia and Kelly Price and Deborah Cox, I am now ready to perform alongside them.
Okay.
You see that? So, you know, BET, MTV, all the awards, I'm there, I'm ready.
Okay. Now tell me something. What kind of music are you doing right now? I mean, if you're out of the box, what kind of music are you doing right now?
I don't necessarily like put myself in a box, but what I've done is I've mixed it up a bit. So it depends on my mood. This minute I'll do pop. There are times and I'll do, but I'm basically into like neo soul, more alternative, that kind of vibe. Because everybody's going into the fast stuff or whatever, but I can do that too. But you know, because of Eminem, I've actually had men come up to me crying, saying, "Oh my God, you really touched me with that song." And then now here in Jamaica performing it for, this is like the second time. I've done it on small stages before, but this is like, you know, the biggest stage I've been on performing this song, and the response from my own people is like so awesome.
Okay. Now, as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna have you do a little cut for what you gotta do a piece from that specific song, so that we can use it as a clip on our station in the Northeast. Now we cover the entire Northeast, so you know, Connecticut, Mass, New Jersey, Baltimore. People are gonna see you and hear about you. So what's next from Jazz Fest?
From Jazz Fest, I've heard of the EMEs. In Kingston. Okay. We're still waiting on confirmation, but it was brought to my attention. There are some other shows coming up that they'd like me, of the same caliber, that they'd like me to perform on, and I'm just, you know, looking forward to that.
I got your back when you are weak. I will be strong. Yeah, yeah. I got your back when times get rough. As long as you need, I got your back. I got your back. It's 'cause I love you. Stay tuned to CNPTV.
Also, we spoke to the Digicel Rising Star winner of 2008, Camille Davis, who is truly a shining star.
My name is Camille Davis, and I was the first female for winning the Digicel Rising Star 2008.
Oh, Digicel?
Right.
Okay. So that was 2008.
2008.
Now, what are you doing now? Tell me we're in 2010. So tell me what kind of progress have you made between then and now?
I've been releasing singles. I did collaboration with Assassin. Yes, and I'm now working with Donovan Jermaine from Pentos. So, you know, looking forward to bigger and better things. So I'm just looking forward to more shows like Jazz and Blues. It's an honor for me to perform, even though it was a side stage. 2010, Jazz and Blues, wonderful.
Okay, beautiful. So do you have any kind of single, that you said you did a collaboration with Assassin, but do you have an individual single that you alone did?
Man, I have.
What's the name of it?
Singles. I have a single called Believe, and I also have a single called God Bless the Children.
Okay, and that's on which label?
Pentos.
Pentos.
Right. Believe was produced by Clive Hunt and Andel Tucker, and no, God Bless the Children is produced by Donovan Jermaine.
Okay, so you are now still in the studio doing some work. Right. What's the next move? It's 2010 now, so Jazz Fest actually is finished.
Right.
Where do you go from here?
Continue to do my crazy performances, because I love to sing. When I hear music, I get crazy, and just continue to working on good material to go out there, and working on an album. But trying to get singles out there now, so that, you know, you get in the field. I've been doing crazy things since the competition. I've acted, and everywhere. I performed at Sumfest last year, and that was an honor for me. I mean, I used to sit home and see those shows happening, and now I'm on them, so it's really nice.
And I do believe, oh yeah, trust in yourself, and you will see. Just believe.
You're into the CNPTV. Keep it locked. This is your girl, Camille Davis.
We managed to catch up with Anaji Bell, an upcoming singer.
Boy, I'm just happy to be here. It's a great experience. I can't believe I'm here with, you know, all these big time artists, and, you know, breaking through feels great.
Now, based on what I hear a while ago, is that you used to go Judges. No, but let me finish. You used to go Judges. Yeah, the problem is you're up on the right road but the wrong side, you know what I mean?
I can't believe I'm talking to a KC man.
You understand?
Am I talking to a K artist?
Thank you very much. You know, see. But anyway, I mean,
we don't good save it.
Yes, so tell me now, I mean, basically, Mr. Bella, your father?
Yeah, Russell Bell is my father.
Jesus have mercy.
And Neville is my
Neville
uncle
Burtis.
and
All
Jackie
right.
and Bernard.
Good, good. So how long you been into the music thing?
I've been, to be honest with you, I've been toying with it for a little while, but it's only maybe for the last year and a half I decided to really take it serious. I released a video the other day called Winners Make Love with Busy Signal, and it was playing on TV, and it was going, you know, get a little buzz going. Right. And so I got the call for Jazz Festival, great talent stage, and you know, it was a good experience.
All right. So tell me now, do you have any singles? Do you have any singles? Anything that's out there that is apart from the Busy Signal collaboration?
Right. We actually released a reggae one drop called Fearful Eyes, produced by Dean Fraser. Kind of focused on, you know, more conscious current issues that, of course, I think, you know, as an artist, whether established or aspiring, you can't really leave out those issues. The man you shot last night was someone's father. The 8-year-old that saw was someone's daughter. The woman who tried to stop the fight was with child. The paper said they didn't make it through the night. You know?
So it's a conscious thing, you know, for a conscious pattern.
Well, yeah, to be honest with you, I really do mainstream more R&B and pop. You know, but as I say,
you can divert it.
Yeah, man. And as a yardie, I think we need to. You know.
Yes. Keep the flag, because you know, say the music thing going away right now. Whereas you know, the man might go a wrong direction because the youth might take it the wrong way.
Exactly.
So if you can, as a young artist, a young youth, come back on the track and show them, say, even though you're young, you still keep it on a main line. That would be perfect for the society.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So is there any kind of album in the coming future?
Well, right now we're working on completing an album. I think maybe about towards the end of March I'll be complete. I have about 6 or 7 tracks in. We're kind of working. So as soon as I get back in from jazz, actually I will complete that.
The night came to a perfect end with performances by one R&B music group most beloved for popular hits like When the Beat Goes On and Rock Steady. The Whispers closed the show in fine style as they had the audience dancing all the way to their cars.
Everybody party with me. Party. Let me see you party. Come on, party. Let me see you party. Let me see you party. Come on, party. Let me see you party.
All right, what's up? This is your boy Anaj, and you're watching CNPTV.
Friday night picked up just where Thursday night left off, with performances by M. Loney, followed by Stevie Face. This was followed by a performance by Karen Holness, who is a Jamaican-born singer, songwriter based in Toronto, Canada. She was followed by Benji Miles, who gave an incredible performance.
Over 400 years has washed away your fears and strengthened our pride. Now we turn back the tide. We will no longer hear your command. We will seize some control from your hand. We will fan the flame of your anger and pain, and you'll be ashamed for what to do in God's name. We'll fight for the right to be free. We'll build our own society. We'll sing, we will sing our own song.
Blames the one before, and all of their frustrations, and come speeding on your door. I know I am a prisoner to all my father also did. I know I am a hostage to all his hopes and fears. I just wish that I could have told him in the living. and sing with me. Say it loud. Won't you say it clear? You can listen as well as you hear.
When he kisses me, a fever when he holds me tight. Oh, a fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Now you've listened to my story. Here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, they give you fever. When you kiss them, fever with your flaming use. Fever till you sizzle. What a lovely way to burn. 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 I love New Mexico. Like the Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kinman, Boston, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this time and tip? When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Let's see. Now you're going through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City. It's not a pretty. You'll say Amarillo. You love New Mexico, like of Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Kinman, Boston, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you make that California trip, get your game.
I guess you wonder where I've been. Yeah, now search to find the love within. So I came back to let you know, hey, I got a thing for you, and I won't let it go. My friends wondering what is wrong with me, for I'm in the days on your love, you see. I came back to let you know I got a thing for you, and I can't let it go. Some people go around the world for love, and they never find what they dream of. What you won't do for love, you tried everything, but you won't give it up.
Canada's own Robin Banks was next to grace the stage, giving a very heartwarming performance.
Only want a little bit. I don't want it all, baby. I only want a little bit. I want a teeny weeny bit, a teeny weeny bitty love. Yeah. So turn your lamp down low. Yeah. Come on and give me a kiss. Come on, y'all. Oh, just turn your lamp down low. I just can't resist. Oh yeah, I want a eeny weeny bit, a teeny weeny bit of your love. Just say you love me forever, baby. Yeah, come on, let's shake. I know you ain't gonna break. Yeah, come on, people got to shake like Tina Turner and have a little romance. Everybody, let's dance. Listen to me. Well, it's Friday night and there's a party at the...
During the break, CNPTV's host, Sandy Daly, caught up with Robin Banks and talked about her first experience on stage at Jazz Fest.
Jamaica Jazz and Blues is a great festival. I've performed at it in the past in 2007. The production team is fabulous. Walter Elmore, turnkey. I think it's really smart that they came to the new venue. It's a common sense venue, bathrooms, security.
And that does make a difference.
I'm telling you, it's not that the last venue was bad,
Right.
but right now, I mean, there's so much construction in the area, the parking, the traffic is insane, so it only makes sense. And I have nothing but turnkey productions, quality, world-class entertainment. That's all I got to say.
And do you think a venue like this would help, people coming up that are just starting out in the business? How do you think it would affect them? Say when you just started, like how would you think it would have affected you years ago?
I've not certainly not just first started, but
No, not you, but I'm saying somebody else. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that even just this ability
Right.
is promotion.
Right.
So I mean, it's a fabulous thing. It's exposure. And this festival is getting bigger and bigger. I mean, this is an international festival. It's not a national festival. So it's an international exposure. So it's a great event for young artists. I have a brand new CD out. Not only am I touring the Caribbean, but we're also going to Europe in April and May for 7 weeks behind the CD. So it's going to be a big year. I've just moved back to my home country of Canada. I'm building a career there. I'm just excited. I'm just looking for a really good man.
Oh, really? Now, the one thing is Canada has certainly started to make its mark with people like yourself and Melanie Fiona and, Deborah Cox and everybody else. How do you think Canada shaped you into... Exactly. How do you think Canada shaped you into...
Mitchell.
Definitely. How do you think it actually shaped you into, becoming the woman, the singer that you are right now?
Boy, I don't know who to blame for that or thank for it. I want to say... And no disrespect to Canada, but I grew up really close to Detroit. I want to say a lot of my influences are Motown, R&B, and soul. I'm not trying to take anything from Joni Mitchell and Neil Young. I mean, God bless them, but it's those Motown sounds. It's Smokey Robinson and the Miracles and Marvin Gaye and the Supremes and Gladys Knight. Oh, big up Gladys Knight tomorrow night. These are the artists that made me want to be what I am and do what I want, do what I do today. Oh, yeah, you got to come on down and have a little fun at Jazz and Blues.
Next, we caught up with Stevie Face and chatted about his musical journey.
Oh, it was wonderful. I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. The crowd was nice. Everything is just an honor. It's just a privilege to be here on such a major event and a major stage like this. I mean, it was beautiful. I enjoyed it.
Really? Now, I know, of course, 2010 has just started. What are your plans for the year? Because I know everybody kind of made resolutions. Did you make any? What did you say you wanted to accomplish this year? And
Well, first and foremost, because the year started for me with Rebel Salute. I wanted to go to Rebel and did a good performance. I did that. Jazz
and that was good?
It was wonderful. And then Jazz and Blues, I was kind of itching, anticipating, I was hoping that I would have delivered, and I came and I delivered well. And we're off to Europe in a few weeks.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, we're promoting the album Tell It Like It Is. It's doing extremely well there. Has been the #1 album in the UK for like 7 weeks. So.
And how long will you be doing that in UK?
We'll be doing Europe for about 4 weeks, and then we're back here for some other shows. Take Me Away on some other shows. So we're mixing it and we're enjoying it. I mean, the response has been tremendous for me, locally and internationally. I'm just grateful. I'm elated for everything that's happening right now.
Right. Now, with the whole, onslaught of music and reggae and everything else for this year, with everything that's going on, how does it feel to be an artist at this time?
It's hard work. Especially a time like this where, financially the world is not in the best condition.
Right.
What I mean? It's hard work, but we just have to work harder. And for example, you have to try and give people the money's worth at this time, because it's even a greater sacrifice now for people to come out and pay to see you, especially internationally.
Right.
So we just have to keep doing it, and my motto is to keep my music clean and positive, and that's all I do, and I'm enjoying it.
No, definitely. In regards to being positive, like, what would you have to say to a young singer coming up right now? How should they tackle the business? What advice would you give?
Wow, first and foremost, it's not an easy road.
Right.
And I would encourage every young artist to ensure that you get an education, because the business is music business. So you have the music and you also have the...
You got to know the business.
Definitely have to know the business. And
Right.
because you don't want to be an artist that at the end of your career you have nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's important that you get an education and take it from there, you know what I mean? And it helps even with interviews, just like we're here
Sitting here
conversing.
talking,
Yeah, and especially when you're abroad, and you'll have problems when you can't bridge that language barrier, you know what I mean? So it's important. I would encourage all youngsters first to be educated and learn about the business, because I say it's two different entities. You have the music and you have the business. So.
Right.
And then plan to work hard, prepare to work hard, because it's not an easy road. Tell it like it is. Don't be ashamed. Let your conscience be your guide. Greetings, my name is Stevie Face and you're watching CNPTV. Keep it locked just like that.
We were fortunate to catch up with Benji Miles, who appeared excited about his new projects.
A solid event. I applaud the event. A good production. My drawback was I would have preferred to have had my voice together.
Oh no, really? Okay.
Yeah, well, I've been in studio for a whole week, so it's working hard. I went to my bed. I went to bed 3 o'clock in the morning before this event.
Wow.
Not enough sleep, and so that's my job. But we did a show in Kingston when we opened the festival. It was well received and it was good. Right. So I hope next time I'll be able to also receive, maybe a better time slot, so I can share the music with the people, because I know my fans have been very hungry to hear me play here.
Right. And talk about your fans. What should they expect from you for this year? Because obviously 2010 has just started. What is in the stores? What is in stores for Benji this year?
Well, we have a new video coming out and a new single. I'm still in the middle of promoting my instrumental album, which was released in November last year.
Right. How did that go so far?
It's very well. They still need time to see how it, but it's taking off.
Right.
And especially the fact that I've used this album as a catalyst to help kids with autism. It has attracted lots of interest from.
Well, that's amazing. So how long have you been doing that?
We just started this project in November, and I've been working on this CD for 16 years, even before I started singing. So. Just
something very close to your heart, obviously.
Yes, and I wanted to use this music as a healing music.
Wow.
Because we realize music can destroy.
Of course.
And can also heal. And this is a total commitment to healing. And I've worked with autism people with it. I've worked with musicians who have it, and they're brilliant. It's amazing. So I wanted to do something, give back. So I decided to work with the Maya Chang Foundation. I've adopted the foundation to sponsor the foundation with sales from the CD. So we're still in the middle of everything. Right?
Well, that is very commendable. Now, you have definitely traveled around the world. What is the difference between, say, Canada, where I'm from, or America? What is the difference, or Europe? Like, do you find a difference with people?
Yeah. It's cultural. It's normal. It's very normal.
But fans are fans the same.
Yeah. Correct. Fans love because it's feeling, it's passion, and it's just there in the soul. So people connect with your soul even if they don't speak your language.
Right.
But I find that in Europe it's wider because because Europe have attracted so much of Africa.
Right.
So there's that element of blackness that's always present in Europe, even in the whitest town. Okay. So North America is very influenced by their own culture and their own beats. So reggae music goes far, far, far away in terms of it travels in Europe much more than North America. I think 5% of the people in Canada listen to music.
Right, exactly.
Period. So, you're talking about Europeans who love music like reggae music, all the Caribbean music. So the market in Europe, I would also want to penetrate that market, which I have not done yet, but I have toured with Jimmy Cliff in the market.
Right.
So I'm looking at that now also for this year to go to Holland, where I've been getting a lot of rotation.
So lots of stuff working out.
Planning and preparing to go forward. Yeah.
Now, for yourself as an artist, if somebody looks at you and say, okay, this is what I have done, or how would you like to influence the children that are coming up, or like a musician that wants to come up and start to sing, what would your influence be? Like, how would you like to influence them?
I would tell them to first be true to what you're doing. If you be honest about it, if you know your limitations, and find creativity to be interesting enough to use it as a vehicle to
to cover your flaws. Be creative, and it will work if you believe in it and you push it and stay true to yourself. You don't copy anything. Be true to you.
Perfect. And do you think that has made you how you are today, being true to yourself?
Yes, and I'm very committed to that.
Right.
Because I don't want to be twisted, and I don't feel like I want anyone to twist me neither. So
we turned our attentions back on stage to check out performances from the Queen Project, which consisted of songstresses Tamia, Deborah Cox, and Kelly Price, whose performance did not disappoint.
Treat me like you do. Can I talk to my ladies for a second, y'all? Ladies, see, but you came along and changed my mind. See, this time I swear I'm through. But if only you know how many times I said those words. Fall again, when will I ever learn? Knowing these tears I've cried, this lovely black butterfly must take a chance and spread my wings. See, love can make you do some crazy things. My heart until I see you. Oh yeah. Time and take care of you. But I turn around and you're standing
yes, world, you're watching CNPTV, and this is when Jemiah saying, keep it locked. Peace.
The energy and excitement continued with the performance by Machel Montana, who is a thespian of soca music. Next on stage was Erykah Badu, the singer who gave the mega hit single Call Tyrone.
This song is for people who got dreams. And I know that one day Haiti's gonna rise again, you know. You got to keep moving, keep walking, and don't you ever look down when you're on the right road. Don't turn around, 'cause I know the road is long and rugged. Yeah, yeah. You got to keep climbing those mountains, heading straight to the top, and know that we going right down to the very last drop. 'Cause I know we gonna make it. Yeah. Whoa, 'cause I heard my children say, we not.
We ain't. Dad said the children don't believe it. Come on. We just made ourselves invisible. Underwater stove, top blue flame. Scientists, come out with your scales up. Get baptized in the ocean. the people hungry. Hold on, people, hold on. Wait. When niggas turn into gods, walls come tumbling.
Alhamdulillah, Allah Jehovah, Yahweh Dios, Ma'ajah, Rastafari, fire, dead, sex, music, hip,
Ha! Ha! It's bigger than religion.
hip,
It's bigger than my nigga. It's bigger than the government.
Just before the final act hit the stage, host Sandy Daly caught up with Michelle Montana and talked with him about the inclusion of soca music at Jazz Fest.
Definitely doing what was necessary for the Caribbean to promote Caribbean unity, integration, to represent for soca music for the first time. It was truly an honor for me, and on the simplest level, the audience was really so much fun. You know,
I could actually see that.
Yeah, I thought that they enjoyed the show, and I myself felt very good about that.
Now, in terms of saying a purpose, do you have a purpose to bring soca out there to everybody? Because I'm from Toronto, and I tell you, I hear it all the time. I'm going back to New York. It's Marshall, Marshall, Marshall. Is there a purpose in your music?
There's purpose in my life. You know, I've been given a blessing. You know, I was never really destined to be a musician, but I was given a blessing to, you know, to develop myself in soca music. I started off in calypso, and I was given the opportunity to gravitate towards soca. And I had to really find purpose to really make people feel the energy that was necessary. And I really think beyond soca music and beyond music, my purpose is energy. I uplift people, I give them, you know, joy, I make them smile, and I feel very fortunate to have that. So I always try to put my best foot forward and do that.
And last question, Marshall, and thank you so very much for this, but in regards to putting your best foot forward, 2010 has just started. What are your plans for this year? What do you hope to accomplish? Not that you haven't accomplished a lot before, but what are your plans for this year?
Well, you know, mainly, you know, I always plan to evolve and to do better and to really get spiritually grounded and express myself. This year I've taken a step back from doing as many shows as I would usually do, and I'm working on my sound. You know, I want to develop the expression of who I am right now for people to know how deep I am feeling, what I'm feeling, and I want to try to create that energy musically and to bring it out and hopefully to make soca music advance to an international level.
Well, I definitely think that you've done that. Marshall, thank you so very much.
She then spoke briefly with Celeste Small, a Jamaican singer with a jazz background.
It was nerve-wracking at first.
Really?
Well, I've been playing for 30 years,
Right.
yes? But I had a sense of almost like I was doing it for the first time.
Really?
Because, you know, a couple of people have passed for us this, you know, last year, Michael Jackson, and for us in Jamaica, Sonny Bradshaw, and some other people. And I've been reinventing myself, and tonight was new for me.
Right.
Normally I do more avant-garde kind of experimental jazz.
Right.
I've decided to focus more on classic Jamaican music from now on, you know, or I should say at this time.
Can you tell me why you decided to do that?
Well, because I think that it's more accessible, and it's truer to who we are as Jamaicans. When I get jazz and music is a discussion. People get together and they share notes, they share thoughts.
Right.
And I really want, when I get my Jamaican musicians together,
Right.
and when we're having the discussion, it's a rich, robust discussion. And I thought to myself, you know what? Better use the material that we love.
Right.
So, for example, tonight I did 54-46.
Okay.
That's my number, 2
Right.
centimeters.
Exactly, right. I
And
love
then
that.
I went into answer rhythm. Al Campbell,
Right.
Turn Me Loose, Turn Me Loose.
So how did the audience appreciate that?
As far as I could tell. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because there are lights and there's some wait.
But you felt it, of
they
course.
felt it, and they applauded and so on.
Right.
And then we did Bob Marley.
Okay.
Which is kind of a little hackneyed, but we tried to do real interesting arrangements
Right.
of Bob Marley.
Now, speaking about interest, I don't mean to cut you, but what does Jazz Fest really mean to you? Because obviously this is a festival that's been going on for a while. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to perform here? I mean, obviously someone like yourself, you've done music for a number of years. What does
Right.
it really mean?
Well, for me, it means an opportunity to do something significant in front of my fellow Jamaicans,
Right.
On probably one of the biggest stages that we have, right? And to be able to make a statement,
Right.
I mean, that's what the opportunity is,
Right.
is to make a statement,
Right.
right? Now, how the statement is received is also important because I do lots of small gigs in Kingston. I'm actually a live music promoter.
Right.
I do several weekly gigs, and I work with young people, and I develop them, and I develop venues. But this is the first time that you get a chance to have maybe, several hundred people
Right.
kind of saying, how did he touch me in this context of this huge context? And, and at that point, it is not like somebody, not like in a cafe,
Right.
and the person is right there looking at you. You can feel them, right? They're far away. So at one point, it's all about the music and the power of your presentation.
And talk about that. But I mean, obviously, the 2020 has just started. 2010 has just started. So, what exactly are your plans for music this year? What should we look out for you to? Where should we see you?
Well, for me locally, I'm going to continue pushing live music and trying to make live music more popular in Jamaica. Other than that, for myself personally, I'm going to be doing more recording and more work on these classic Jamaican songs and interpreting them in a kind of, I don't want to say jazz way, but in a kind of an improvisational, kind of creative way.
Something made from yourself, made by you.
But not only made for myself, but with a certain amount of excitement that you can only get with live music. And so we're in the studio, and we're also targeting Europe and some regional festivals. I actually have a gig possibly in Dominica in March. I'm looking forward to that.
The final act for that night was the biggest selling black artist of all time, with mega hits like Caribbean Queen and Suddenly, to name a few, the man himself, Mr. Billy Ocean. He captivated the audience and had them singing every word of his songs throughout his 30-minute set.
But don't you know you're turning me on? I know that it's wrong. I can't stop the pain inside me, baby. Love really hurts without you. Love really hurts without you. And it's breaking my heart. So what can I do, baby? Love really hurts without you.
The patron turnout on Friday night was definitely bigger than the previous, and by all means, were totally enraptured by the performances. Friday night definitely set the pace for what was to ensue on Saturday night. Saturday night kicked off with the performance of Mario Evan, who was followed by Sretzi Small with his jazz rendition of Bob Marley's hit, I Don't Wanna Wait in Vain.
No, no. We've got a mind of our own. So go to hell if what you're thinking is not right. Love would never leave us alone, and yet the darkness, they must come out to light. Could you be loved, and be loved? Could you be loved? Road of life is rocky, and you may stumble too. So why you point your fingers? Someone else is judging you. Could you be loved? Could you be loved? No, no, no. Could you be loved? Don't make them change, yeah.
set the stage for the female DJ of the year, performing under her real name, Marion Hall. Patrons, however, saw for a short 2 to 3 minutes the artiste we know her to be, Lady Saw, where she did an a cappella rendition of If Him Left.
Leave me be, baby. I just wanna be free. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Don't fall in love with me.
I don't need this right here. I don't need the drama either.
Leave me be, baby. I wanna be free. Tell me no secrets. Tell me some lies. Give me no reason. Give me alibis. Come on now. Tell me you love me and don't make me cry. Say anything, but don't say goodbye. I didn't mean to treat you bad. Didn't know just what I had. No, but now I'm blue. Come on, and don't mess my plans. Come on, don't mess my plans. Come on, don't mess my brown eyes blue. Okay, Hawaiian. It's raining. Oh, you're so bad. But you know what? Well, you come on and look at we. Hawaiian. Listen, me man, no girl ask me what you dealing. Me tell them how you are the healing. I can't forget how you make me stretch to the ceiling. Oh, being a man, it is impossible.
Marion was followed by one of the most gifted artists of our time, not only blessed with a soulful voice, but also with an artistry to create, write and produce music, Mr. John Cicada, singing hits like Do You Really Want Me and Too Late, Too Soon. This prepared the crowd for Hall & Oates, the #1 selling duo in music history, with hits like Every Time You Go Away, Man Eater, and Private Eyes. Then, with an encore performance, brought on stage Maxi Priest and Billy Ocean to do the song Caribbean Queen.
Oh, show you what. Oh, here she comes. We gotta watch out, watch out. Oh, here she comes. Watch out. She only come out at night. That's right. Oh, here she comes. She's a man. Eat it, baby. Oh, join hands. Let's start a love train. Love train. People all over the world. Hall notes. Maxi Priest, Billy Ocean. Thank y'all very much. Hope to see you again, man. This was fantastic. See you later. Good night.
Next on stage was a woman in possession of one of the most instantly recognizable and loved voices in popular music, Miss Gladys Knight. She performed memorable hits like I Don't Want to Know, Memories, and Loving on Borrowed Time.
I will fight to the end. If it means I love a win, I will do my best. Put me to any test. I will fight.
During the final break of the night, CNPTV caught up with Ashley Martin, an upcoming vocalist, after which Sandy Daly sat down with John Secado to talk about his performance at Jazz Fest and his upcoming album.
To be here talking to you, and then on the background to be hearing, hearing
Right,
all the
seeing it,
notes.
right.
It's just amazing, and it's I feel very proud, very honored. This is such a festival with a lot of tradition,
right,
and great artists come here every year. So it's wonderful. It's been a long time since I come to Jamaica. To come now after so many years and to sing at this festival means a lot to me.
Now, I had the lucky chance of catching you perform while I was running backstage here, and I heard that you were talking about people that you've written for and music that you've done for others. How does it feel to write for others and have them, do hit songs as well as yourself? I mean, obviously you've got a lot of talent. How does that feel for you?
It feels amazing. I started as a songwriter for 5 years, even before my first CD came out. So for me, everything, even my own records, everything starts in the studio. So it's all about the songs that you write, and hopefully if people will like them, once they're in the radio. But I was influenced by pop singer-songwriters, and for me that will always be number one, and it's the reason that I have a career.
Right, definitely. And speaking about your career has spanned the test of time, and actually you've actually shown that you can stay. You've got a lasting power. How does it feel to see the way how music has changed a bit? How does that feel for you? Because it has changed.
Oh, yeah, and the music, well, everything changes, and the way people buy music, of course, but that's okay. That's part of evolution, part of the process of how people, industry, the technology being a part of it, a big part of it.
Right.
But that's okay. You got to embrace it and move with it. And I love fusion. I've always loved the blend of working with different artists and kind of learning and growing with the times, and that's a part of what music is all about and life is all about.
The response has been overwhelming.
Okay.
I knew that the people would have liked me, but they loved me tonight. Yes, and I'm really humbled. I'm very, very humbled at the response that I got this evening.
Now, you've got a beautiful face, but a fresh face. Now, what can we expect from Ashley? What kind of music?
Soulful deliveries.
Okay.
Soulful deliveries. I'm not the hardcore reggae artist.
Okay.
I'm more of the subtle type of Marcia Griffiths, but I'm going to put a little Tina and a little Gladys into the reggae music.
So you mix it up.
Yes. Yes, I'm bringing back the soul into the music.
Now, what inspired you to begin singing? Like, who did, or do you have any mentors?
Yes, of course. I started singing was about, the age 7. Gladys, Tina, and Aretha has always been a part of my life growing up as a child. Their music inspired me to the fullest. And since the age 9, I knew what I really wanted. And I'm a very persistent person.
Right.
And once I see something that I want, I go after it nonstop.
Okay, good. Now, speaking about what you want, what do you want from 2010? The year has just started. Everybody's kind of saying, I want this, I want that, I want to do this. What do you want this year?
I want to become the solo artist of the year.
Wow. That's a high bar to set.
Yes, it is.
And I'm sure that you're going to make it.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it.
Wow. Now, Ashley, where are you going to be touring next? Like, who are you going to be with? What's going on for you?
This is the start of my solo career, so right after jazz, I'm hitting the studios really hard.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be on tour with anyone as yet, but I'm going to be working with a lot of famous people.
Okay.
Hi, this is John Cicada, and you're watching CNPTV. See ya.
She then spoke to Marie Claire about her opera performance at Jazz Fest.
I love performing on stage, so getting the opportunity to do what I love is always great.
Now, for those who don't know, Marie Claire, what kind of music do you do? And what are your influences?
I'm an opera singer traditionally.
Okay.
So what I do is I mix opera with basically everything: reggae, hip hop,
Wow.
dancehall, R&B. So you're going to be getting a different taste of that tonight. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, who are your mentors?
My influences, wow, Ella Fitzgerald is why I'm singing today. She is just the be-all and end-all of singers. So that is my major influence.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Now, looking at you, a beautiful young woman, African, Canadian American, whatever it is,
Yes,
black
yes,
woman.
yes, black woman.
Oh, why did you begin opera?
Opera found me, and I embraced it completely, and it's been a love affair ever since.
Really?
Yes.
What age did you start?
Late. I was in my 20s when I started studying opera, and the voice was just there, booming. Yes.
Now, with the music business being the way how it is, and obviously there's not a lot of things out there, but how is it for the opera scene? Like, do you find a lot of gigs, or how is that going for you?
Yeah, well, opera's classical music.
Right.
Anything classic lives forever, so I'll always get work.
Wow. Yes. And do you find a lot of stuff in the States, in the Caribbean, in Europe?
In the States, in the Caribbean, Europe. I find that black singers, when they turn to classical music, we have a certain texture in our voice that makes us unique. So that is always a rare commodity, to be a black woman from the Caribbean singing opera. So I'm very sought after.
Finally, she spoke with Darian, who was excited about his performance at Jazz Fest. He also spoke about his upcoming collaboration with one of the Marleys.
Alright, Jazz Fest now is when I get for pre-music on a more big people level, like in terms of like fine-tuning musically, the choreograph, the performance side of the thing, all the lighter perform with the people them. So it's a joy for me to see as an upcoming artist right now can adapt and put into my little set them now, can take it more serious. So it's a joy.
Now, do you actually look up to a lot of the people that are here performing to see how perhaps you can actually, put it into your own style, put it into your own music? Does that make a difference for you, seeing these people here perform?
Yeah, it have a huge impact on my career right now, because these people are some people that I used to hear my mother play when I was growing up. So see, me can get the privilege now to come and actually see them for myself. I have to pay like keen attention to the things that they are doing, so I can really put it into my thing.
Right. Now, some of the guys that are performing obviously have been around for a long time. At the end of not the end of your career, but as you go along, like, what would you like people to actually know about Dario? What would you like for them to take away when they hear you perform or just get into your music?
All right, that's what I said in most of my interviews. People have to just see me for me, the things that I bring to the table. I don't necessarily like label what I'm going to bring to the table, but I know I'm going to bring me. So you just come out, come see what I have to offer. Listen to my music, you hear what I have to offer, the meditation that is behind my music, and the message and the topic, and some of the chopping things that I have to say.
Okay. Good. Now, the year, of course, has just started. What are your plans for this year? What would you like to accomplish?
All right, this year now is the year where I take for do a lot of promotion, a lot of recordings. Yeah, I want to do more shows internationally, locally. I just want to be out there more now. So in the other year coming now, I'll be more like a household name in the business.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home.
Yeah, man, you don't know Dario and you're watching CNPTV and don't change that dial, right? Bless up, mad.
We shifted our focus back to center stage for the final performance of the night. The world-renowned 37-year institution, the Third World Band. unleashed from their catalog hits like Now That We Found Love and Reggae Ambassador. The crowd danced and sang every word as the group churned out hits after hits.
You're watching CNP, the source of all great Caribbean entertainment.
Overall, Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival 2010, though at a new venue, the Trelawney Multipurpose Complex, continued to be a well-coordinated event. It was evident that the organizers pulled out all the stops. The fusion of reggae, jazz, R&B, soul, soca, blues and dancehall, coupled with the lineup of local and international artists, proved quite delectable and indeed satisfying to the musical palate of the patrons who turned out in their numbers. CNPTV crew would like to thank the organizers of Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival 2010 and the Jamaica Tourist Board for making this trip possible. We look forward to seeing you at Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival in 2011.